and welcome to another episode of GeekOutdoors.com. On this episode of Mobile Gamer, gonna play an side-scrolling action game from Jaleco. I've never seen this at the arcades, but that's a cool thing about catching up on these old games. You probably find games that you've never ever played before. So let's go ahead and get started on this. And right off the bat, if any of you are ever familiar with these older games, you'll notice something very similar about this. And Jaleco, they did make a lot of games for the Nintendo, Super Nintendo Genesis back in the day. Now, they weren't really an arcade powerhouse, and I don't really remember too many that were memorable. But this game right away reminds me of a very, very popular and awesome game on the TurboGrafx-16. It was called Legendary Axe, and there was another one called Legendary Axe 2 as well. Really awesome game. And this game so far, it's not bad, it's very simple, and if you hold down the button, I think you could do magic as well. I'm sorry, it depends on what orb you get. You actually have a magic power as well. And after so many hits and your energy bar reaches full, your blade or your axe actually turns into flames. And so like, see the energy bar at the bottom, now it turns into flames automatically, and then you could just use that against your enemies. I don't know how much more powerful that is. And then depending on which icons you pick up, you could also get like these, I guess, like magic, and you see that in a moment. And most of the enemies, they're the same. However, it depends on what part of the level that you're at. Yeah. So this is really, definitely would say this is definitely not as good as Legendary Axe, but it's not a bad game. I'd really have to say it's not a bad game at all. It also reminds, oh god, I just died. That was kind of hard. It also reminds me a little bit of Rygar and Rastan. Rastan was super hard, and that's probably what inspired this game, if it wasn't Legendary Axe. Let's see how far I could get. And look, I got this lightning magic at the bottom as I picked up the right icon. So, well, can't make that work. But you can use this lightning magic. I just don't think that button is available in this particular landscape orientation. Let me see if I could just press two buttons. Nope, that didn't work. So anyway, yeah, if you could use this lightning magic as well if I wasn't in this landscape mode. Wow, a lot of enemies here. And the graphics, I mean, they're not bad. I mean, they're good, I think. Yeah, and back then in the late 80s, it's definitely the 90s, there's a lot of side-scrolling action games and side-scrolling fighting games, as you know. Oh, and here's the first boss. Oh, that looks cool. It's a cross between a scorpion and, well, just a scorpion. And you die a lot, it seems. So let's see if I could take out this boss. Yeah, so Legendary Axe all the way. And I don't think Legendary Axe was in the arcades. I might be wrong in that. I think it's just on the TurboGrafx. Wow. And this boss is, they're pretty creative. The whole fantasy element. Yeah, that looks a lot like Rastan. Great. So, yeah, that's basically it for this game. It's called Lord of Kings, I think. I've never seen this in the arcades, and I just thought I'd try it out, and not a bad game at all. It's a pretty good game. So thanks for watching this episode of the Mobile Gamer on Geek Outdoors. If you had any comments, leave them in the description area below. And don't forget that I am on Snapchat at Geek Outdoors. We will see you on another episode. Thanks for checking out this episode. And as always, if you like these videos, be sure to click on the subscribe button. And for full written content, audio content, and additional geek stuff, head over to geekoutdoors.com, and I'll see you outdoors on the very next episode.